Hello, Normans. Welcome to this week's Norman News. I'm Noelle Trost.
And I'm Leo Padilla. Keep watching for more news on vaping.
And a tech report on blue light.
Hi, I'm Eric Meridian here with this week's sports and world news.
And I'm Alana Morgan with this week's fashion.
Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. The Wallace Annenberg was wowed last week with a thrilling performance from the Miracle Project. The Miracle Project is a group of people from middle school age to about young adult on the autism spectrum, partnered with neurotypical co-actors. Together, they not only perform musicals at the Wallace Annenberg, but write their own shows. Last Friday, the summer program did their own performance after only a week of training, choreographing, and a little bit of help from Broadway professionals. The performance was a motley of songs and skits from a variety of musicals, such as Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, and Waitress. According to the Beverly Hills Courier, Mark Slavin, Director of Education at the Wallace, said it's like their true selves are realized when they're on stage performing. Natalia with news on the Beverly Hills tobacco ban.
Thanks, Noelle. 2 weeks ago on August 7th, the Beverly Hills City Council voted on the proposed ban of the sale of flavored tobacco within the city limits of Beverly Hills. The council's 5 members listened to arguments that both supported and opposed the ban, which had been nominated by the Health Council. After a nearly 2-hour session, the council's members came to a unanimous decision that banned the sale of flavored tobacco. This monumental decision has officially been stated as part of the city's policies on the subject of tobacco-related products. However, the ordinance will not become effective until September 21st, while enforcement of the ban will begin much later on December 21st. Now to Eric with sports.
Thanks, Leo. Next Friday, there is a huge match between the 2 major league soccer teams in the Los Angeles area, LAFC and the LA Galaxy. This rivalry has had a hot start with 2 high-scoring and dramatic games in the series. This game takes place during MLS Rivalry Week, which puts rival teams against each other. Both teams are competing for a playoff place as well, making this game a must-watch for every soccer fan in the country. Let's send it to Nathan with some NFL news.
Thanks, Eric. Last season's Super Bowl was a historic event, resulting in the loss of Tom Brady and his team. But that was not the last of the Super Bowl last season. Although this was an impactful game in terms of the playoffs, the last game last week, where the Patriots won 37-20, it might give a confidence boost for them this season as they just defeated the defending champions. Also, Nick Foles, the quarterback of the Eagles, got injured and has a strained left shoulder. This will have a big effect on their team this season, but for this season, keep watching the NFL, and it'll be a great entertainment source for you. Now we have Alana with fashion.
Thanks, Nathan. Hello, Normans. I bet you didn't think that the company you used to put your snacks in were going to have a clothing line. Well, it turns out the plastic storage company, Ziploc Bag, is coming out with a clothing line that, according to Fader, Ziploc Bag has collaborated with a Japanese clothing line called Beams to create a collection of transparent items that you might actually want to wear. But they are not limiting themselves on just clothing items. Apparently, they are coming out with everything from apparel to hats, totes, fanny packs, and umbrellas. The collection actually hits Beam pop-up shop August 15th and will be coming out on their website August 20th. So don't be afraid to try out Ziploc's new clothing line. You could start a new trend. Now to Kayla with news on Kylie's 21st birthday.
Thanks, Alana. Kylie Jenner, the youngest member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, recently turned 21 for her 21st birthday. She created a whole new birthday line of makeup that includes never-before-seen items. Kylie wore 2 outfits for her special event. The first one, according to E! Entertainment, was her hot pink satin look with a dress that came from Peter Dundas paired with Olgana Paris pumps. Kylie customized a Swarovski custom jumpsuit that cost $8,000. She wore them, which is with the expensive brand name Christian Louis Vuittons. Travis Scott, Kylie's boyfriend and baby daddy, bought her a white classic Rolls Royce. That's one lucky billionaire. Now passing it on to Bella with music.
Thanks, Kayla. Drake recently released his album Scorpion. In this album, one song that went viral was called In My Feelings. This song trended worldwide because people started a trend of getting out of a car while it's moving and dancing to this song. Everyone is guilty of doing this, whether they do it for fun or they want to be famous from it. This was a great marketing tool that Drake used because now people have heard so much that they're hooked to it. They want to download this on Apple Music, Spotify, or other music apps. This trend was referred to as the Kiki Challenge, even though the actual song is called In My Feelings. Now to Riley's music review on Crazy Rich Asians.
Thanks, Bella. New movie Crazy Rich Asians just hit theaters August 15th. Stars like Henry Golding and Lisa Liu play in this hit movie. Crazy Rich Asians doesn't only have a comedy side, but it also has a romantic side to it. It's about a romantic relationship which leads to meeting the boyfriend's parents, which leads to more fascinating things the girl didn't know about her future husband's life away from home. Theaters are getting sold out quickly, so get your tickets in advance. That's all I'm going to spoil for you guys today. So grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's new movie trailer.
Rich, we've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to be my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
We'll take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
I want money.
1.2 million.
That's what I want.
The Nick you're dating is Nick Young?
Yeah, you guys know them or something?
Hells yeah. They're just the biggest developers in all of Singapore.
That's what I
Damn, Rachel. It's like the Asian Bachelor. These people aren't just rich, they're crazy rich.
Now, you really should have told me that you're like the Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry. Mom, this is Rachel Chu.
She just thinks you're some like unrefined banana.
No. Those are a few fingers.
Yellow on the outside or white on the inside.
Do something crazy!
I chose to raise a family. For me, it was a privilege. But for you, you may think it's old-fashioned.
Don't you want Nick to be happy?
I know you're not what Nick needs.
She's like trying to play a game of chicken with me, thinking I'm gonna swerve like a chicken.
But you can't swerve. You gonna roll up and be like,
Bok bok, bitch.
okay, maybe like not as aggressive.
I met a girl, I fell in love, and I want to marry her.
You're Nicholas Young. You're untouchable. But Rachel's not.
Have you prepped Rachel to face the wolves?
You know I'm back, like I never left.
I really admire you. It takes guts coming all the way over here, facing Nick's family.
Another day, another breath.
I know this much. You will never be enough.
Yo, it's about time someone stood up to Auntie Eleanor. Well, you, not me. Oh, God. She can't know I was over here.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to stop you. I was born for this, born for this.
Ever since I can remember, my family has been my whole life. Rachel! Rachel!
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
You nasty, you kinda nasty, you got nastier.
Glorious, glorious. Got a chance to stop you.
Well, that looks great. Well, Noelle, to my understanding, the Miracle Project has been performing for quite some time at the Annenberg.
Right, about 3 years, I think, now they've been doing all of their operations actually at the Wallace Annenberg, all of their rehearsals, and writing their own shows.
Wow, and do you know how long they still have to perform for?
Well, I know that they're coming up with their next show for the incoming kind of winter season, and during the summer program, they make everything in just 1 week.
Wow, well, we're definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Leo. Now to Eric with World News.
Thanks, guys. The Puerto Rican government has admitted in a report to Congress that 1,427 people died in the hurricane that struck the island in September of 2017. The official government report at the time only stated that there were only 64 deaths, and this new figure is more than 20 times that. These death statistics were quietly released in June and have not been publicly acknowledged by any officials yet. Now to Jasmine with national news.
Thanks, Eric. This week, President Donald Trump defended his decision to revoke a security clearance for former CIA Director John Brennan. Trump put Brennan on blast this week on Twitter, calling him the worst director in history, and says he cannot be trusted with the secrets to our country. After Brennan threatened to sue him, Trump dared Brennan to take legal action to try to prevent him from stripping security clearances from all officials. Who do you agree with, Trump or Brennan? I will keep you updated as another one of Trump's feuds yet continues. Let's send it to Tatiana with the restaurant review.
Thanks, Jasmine. If you're looking for an affordable sushi place that is good, you should go to Ami Sushi on La Cienega. Not only does this place have many types of rolls, but it also has good service. This restaurant has an amazing selection of rolls that you can order, including the volcano roll that I ordered, which was baked and came out sizzling. I also highly recommend getting the crispy rice spicy tuna, which is only $9 for 4 pieces. Ami has happy hour throughout the entire day, which means I know that you can binge. I know I will be doing so when I go again. Now to Jonah with technology.
Thanks, Tatiana. Blue light is everywhere. It's emitted by computers, televisions, and smartphones. It's also the cause, in some cases, for accelerated blindness and even eye disease, according to a new study. Constantly looking at digital devices kills cells in the eye's retina, and that can lead to macular degeneration, an incurable eye disease that usually begins when people are in their 50s or even 60s. Blue light can cause a poisonous chemical reaction in the eye's photoreceptor cells, and when those cells die, they're gone forever. Blue light in the dark can be especially dangerous, previous studies show, and this type of light has been linked to cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, according to a Harvard University study. The reason is unclear, but researchers have associated exposure to blue light with a decrease in melatonin, the hormone that affects circadian rhythm, the 24-hour human body clock. When the circadian rhythm is off, so are blood sugar levels, which can lead to obesity and even diabetes. Screen time is also associated with depression among adults. So the next time you're thinking about watching TV or using your phone at night, think about the blue light and what it will do to your body. Now with Yasmin on health.
Thanks, Jonah. An instructor of medicine at Harvard Medical School named Dr. Lawrence Epstein says that sleep deprivation affects not only whether a student can stay awake in class, but how they perform as well. New research also highlights the importance of sleep in learning and memory. Students getting an adequate amounts of sleep perform better on memory and motor tasks than did students deprived of sleep. Don't forget to sleep this school year. Now to Bree with an opinion.
Thanks, Yasmin. There are those who would politicize mass shootings and those who would rather not. As you've no doubt come to realize, perhaps at the dinner table, that the debate can get heated, sometimes very heated. But what is gun control really? Gun control is the set of laws or policies that regulate the manufacture, sale, transfer, possession, modification, or use of firearms by civilians. To understand this issue, there's one thing you need to know. America stands alone when it comes to guns. Not only does the U.S. have more guns than any other country in the world, it also has far more gun deaths than any other developed nation. The U.S. has nearly 6 times the gun homicide rate of Canada, more than 7 times that of Sweden, and nearly 16 times that of Germany, according to United Nations data compiled by The Guardian. And these gun deaths are a big reason America has a much higher overall homicide rate, which includes non-gun deaths, than other developed nations. The research is clear and it all points to one fact. Gun control does work to save lives. Now let's send it back to Noelle.
Thanks, Bree. Team BHEF is now accepting applications. For those of you unfamiliar with the name, Teen BHEF is a volunteer organization that is an extension of the Beverly Hills Education Foundation. The members are in grades 7 to 12, and its purpose is to inspire students to make a difference in the community. Teen BHEF hosts events such as candidate forums and CPK fundraisers. All volunteers earn community service hours at monthly meetings and events. The application for the 2018-2019 year opened last night and will close on September 9th. If you have some ideas for making change in the community or just need to fill in some volunteer hours, look out for the link in the application in the PTSA newsletter. Now back to Leo.
Thanks, Noelle. And lastly, the Club Day Summit will be held today at lunch in the Salter Theater. All students who may want to start a club are encouraged to attend this meeting. All paperwork concerning the clubs must be submitted to Miss Goolsby's office no later than Friday, August 24th. Following this week, the actual club day will be held on Wednesday, August 29th.
Thanks for watching.
That's all for this week.
Tune in next week for more
Norman News.
That's it.